2007 was the year of change for the world. Nancy Pelosi becomes the first female to be elected Speaker of the House in the United States. Queen Elizabeth becomes the longest reigning in the British monarchy. And the first iPhone was released to the public for the first time. The launch of the first generation iPhone sparked a fire for a 23-year-old from Pittsburgh, who has been releasing content on the internet since the late 90s and is still releasing content to this day. As of recording, she has over 6 million subscribers and over 1 billion views on YouTube, over 1.6 million followers on Instagram, and over 1.7 million followers on Twitter. Today, we plug in our dial-up and download the life of one of YouTube's original creators, iJustine Ezerick, better known as iJustine. So let's get real.
Thoughts, facts, ideas. Let's get real.
What up, everybody? My name is Penguin-Schlupp, and this is Let's Get Real, the only show on the internet that still uses dial-up. Hold on, I need to reload. There we go. Hello? Okay, perfect. Some statements before I get into the life of iJustine. I bought myself an actual microphone. Let me know how it sounds. I think it sounds amazing. The clearer voice, it sounds amazing. Clearer than my phone's microphone. Secondly, I'm going to be doing a 100 YouTube subscriber contest, so be sure to keep an ear out. Let's try that again. Secondly, I'm going to be doing...
Let's get real.
Let's start off our journey in rural Pennsylvania. All I could say is that it's in the Pittsburgh area. I tried to narrow down where, but I got nothing about a birthplace. However, I could tell you where she went to high school, but we'll get to that later. It was March 20th, 1984, and phys ed teacher Michelle Ezerick and coal miner Steve Ezerick have had their first child, a girl named iJustine Ezerick. In the following years, Michelle and Steve had 2 other daughters, Brianne and Jenna. And Jenna's actually a minor YouTuber. Anyway, skipping ahead to the late 1990s, iJustine managed to become the shy girl. In her 2015 memoir, she stated that she was different from other girls her age. Instead of playing with Barbie dolls, she traded Pogs. If you don't know what they are, they were the caps off of bottles of Pog, or passion fruit, orange, and guava juice. And ironically, she plays with passion fruit in The Annoying Orange. Go figure. Anyways, you collect these things and you trade them, you play a game of milk caps, and honestly, that's all I could fish out. If you want to learn more, just go on to Wikipedia. That's what I did. Anyways, iJustine was also a bit of a gamer, as she spent hours with her butt in a chair playing Super Mario Bros. Now, this is sounding familiar, as I would do something similar. If my brother didn't hog the PS2, yes, I'm that old, I would spend hours playing Lego Star Wars until he decides to kick me off. And I gotta tell you, when he gets grounded, or he's at a friend's house, best thing ever! Hey, stop it. Disney's gonna go after me for that now. Thanks a lot. I also hated Barbie dolls. I'd rather play with toy cars and play Pokemon. And oh my, am I secretly a younger, less attractive iJustine? Nah. I am my own unique individual. Once dial-up was introduced into Justine's life, she started using Nintendo.com. I remember as a 9 to 10-year-old wanting to use Webkins.com. If my mom wanted to use the phone, I wasn't going online. Because guess what, kids? That's how dial-up worked. You only get to use the internet if nobody's using the phone or needs to use the phone.
The more I talk about this, the older I feel, because at this point, I feel like Abe Simpson off The Simpsons, and I am just confused as hell by everything that's going on around here.
People of Springfield, heed this warning. Twisted tail, 1,000 eyes, trapped forever!
I don't think I had Wi-Fi until the early 2010s. However, back in the 90s and the 2000s, that was all anybody had. In fact, it was revolutionary back then, so nobody complained. You could go anywhere without going outside. And all you gotta do is unplug your phone and plug it into your computer. And it will make that annoying sound that you heard at the beginning of this podcast. You think that was just some random noise? Early 2000s kids, am I right? Anyways, one day after being bored on the internet, which, yeah, that was possible, I know, they didn't have an iPad or YouTube.
Oh my. Oh my.
Justine discovered the little button that revealed the HTML source code. So, out of curiosity, she taught herself what that meant and how it worked, eventually leading her to make her first site named I Hate Steve after a classmate named Steve Moyer at the age of 12. You know what I was doing at the age of 12? Getting hit by volleyballs. You know what I was also doing at the age of 12? Nothing exciting. Through this, she became the tech expert in town, making websites for people. Come 2002, Justine was enrolled in Pennsylvania Technical Institute, now called Pennsylvania Technical College as of 2016. Now, I looked this up, and apparently the name change was due to their change in identity. In 2004, Justine graduated with a degree in graphic design. After that, she worked numerous jobs throughout the years before her internet career really took off. In 2007, Justine launched her own channel on Justin.tv, now known as Twitch, and August 13th, 2007, Justine launched her first viral video, iPhone Bill. I'm just going to play you a quick clip from one of the interviews conducted after this video went viral.
I was more stunned that my bill came in a box, honestly.
Well, when you say detailed transactions, what are we talking about? What is on those 400 pages?
Every single text message that I sent and received, the time, the date, the second that I sent it, and the phone number, and how big the file size was to send.
How many text messages do you send?
On average, I send usually about 30 to 35,000 a month.
I'm watching this, and it actually happened to be high quality for the time. Give me a minute to cry about how old I am. So, after that viral video went out, I guess you could say the rest is history. Now, The other day, I was talking to an acquaintance about motivation and the lack of it I have, when she stated that if you actually care about something, then you will actually have the motivation to turn it into something you do for the rest of your life, rather than being stuck in a job that you are completely miserable at. Justine, before becoming iJustine, worked for a chiropractor just for a while. With a mix of being miserable at her job and having a passion and motivation to become her own boss, she quit the job at the chiropractor. You know what that chiropractor said to her? I'll give you a moment to guess. He called her worthless, told her she would never amount to anything, and that she could never find a better job. According to this bastard, she needed him. However, throughout the years, Justine proved this guy wrong over and over, again and again. Honestly, I wish I was more like Justine. No, she isn't perfect, but she has something I wish I had. And no, it's not the fame or the money. It's confidence. I pulled this quotation out of her memoir. It was never my goal to get famous. My goal, if you could call it that, back when I was first starting out, was somehow earn enough money to survive while pursuing the things I most loved. Technology, gadgets, and gaming. Justine never did it for the fame. She did it because she loved doing this stuff. She loved making people smile, feel good, and laugh a little. I don't think she'd have it any other way. When the Esquire Middle East asked her if the current generation does things differently from when she was starting out, Justine stated, "I feel like if I was starting out now, I would be trying to be someone else instead of being me. A lot of art stems from being inspired by other people. Back then, I was posting things on YouTube and trying to figure it out, what I was doing. A lot of extremely successful creators come up to me and say, I watched you back in the day, and you made me start my own YouTube channel. I think it's pretty cool. Trying to inspire others and make people enjoy tech is what I love doing. It might not be the most popular thing, but it is what makes me want to keep making content." That's all the time we have for today. Next week, we will be digging into the dark tale of Sleepy Hollow and its terrifying origins. So, until next time, listeners, keep your eyes wide open and your mind open wider. Bye now!
Thoughts, facts, ideas. Let's get real.